asses.
Yeah. So what do you think? After this week, this is the last Release the Kraken of all time?
Release the Crack is an option I used to have on my Patreon where for $3,000 you could fly Danny Mullen out anywhere in the country and I'd party with you and put you in a video. It went great this weekend. We got 2 videos.
It was, man.
The kid was really cool.
Brandon's great.
Brandon, yeah. You're going to see him come in these upcoming videos here. I'm just starting to realize, though, speaking of gambling, at some point I'm going to get... Best case, a really fucking socially awkward kid who makes for a shitty video. Worst case, a full-on killer.
I mean, there's probably a kid out there who's been fantasizing about sodomizing you for a while, and you know that kid might be saving up his pennies. You know, now with all this stimulus package plus all the unemployment people are getting, there's guys out there that shouldn't have the money that they do. Danny,
wow!
Did you see those guys in Virginia? I mean, for God's sakes, they're making the most money they've ever made.
Yeah. Usually there's a barrier to entry,
right?
And that keeps the serial killers in the bottom rungs of society. Because you're not going to, if you're a chick, go back on a date with a guy who lives in a basement apartment that smells like a dead raccoon.
Right.
And it's the same thing with the Kraken. Danny Mullen, he's not going to fly out unless you got 3 large. But now... anybody and his fucking smelly cousins got 3 large.
Yeah, man. The guys that have 3 large they're scary, man. They shouldn't have the money. And there's a reason why they were in the lower classes of society.
We talked to the cops in Ocean City, Maryland, which is one of the places we said, I guess we can go for a full recap of this, but they were saying that a lot of why the riots are happening right now is because people feel like God because they have $1,200 extra on their bank account out there.
Yeah, they were telling us that because they're buying weapons, they're buying all kinds of, I don't know, more drugs and more weapons than they normally have. And they're causing like more problems for the general population, which is a little
Who told
scary.
you that? That kid at the liquor store?
Yeah.
A black kid at the liquor store. It was a fan of the channel. It wasn't like some paranoid Confederate dude like, dang blacks have 1,200. It was like he just was said, in my area, I've seen people go nuts with these fucking stimulus checks, get blacked out in the streets, and just start fighting people.
Right. No, that's exactly what he said. And he said it's been crazy in Ocean City. So there were 2 stabbings and 2 shootings like in the days before we got there.
Ocean City, we should focus on this for our tale. Yeah. Do you know what Ocean City is, Austin?
Not a clue.
I'm surprised no one knew. No one knew.
I didn't know what the hell it was.
The Vegas of that area over there. I guess because he did live in D.C.
On the hierarchy of party resorts and places to go, it's got to be Vegas, the south of France, Atlantic City, a riverboat somewhere in Tennessee.
Bakersfield.
No. I'm going to put Ocean City, Maryland above Bakersfield.
All right,
I'm sorry.
fine. Yeah, I agree. We had a great hotel room. It was a little too expensive, $260 for a night for the area, I thought. But, it had a view of the ocean. The ocean, I was surprised how warm the Atlantic was. You?
Yeah, you pull up into Ocean City, Maryland. You go up over a bridge. It looks like a really shitty Miami.
Yeah.
You go out onto the tip of the island. Our hotel's right there. We got a balcony looking off into the ocean. The Atlantic was nice and warm.
Yeah.
Good sandy beaches. It was almost like Miami, except it was populated by the ugliest people I've laid eyes on.
Oh, I mean...
The inbreds.
Yes.
There's not very many attractive people. A lot of white... Sorry, Austin. White trash. Not that you're white trash, but they were white people that were trashy.
There were obese people of every race.
Obese of every race.
Shitty tattoos of every race.
Yeah, terrible tattoos. Very nice police officers, though. Once again, they've treated us great. We had a run in. I guess we could talk about it in a little bit, but yeah, Ocean City. For some reason, they think of themselves as some kind of Vegas, but really, it was an odd little place. Everything was closed. There was one bar around where we were at. We didn't really have time to go there, but there were a ton of golf courses for some reason. I guess this is popular in that area, but not like mini golf courses for like families and such.
We get in. We're not thinking of doing too much drinking or partying. We do get Brandon, the new kid. We haze him, get him loaded up on whiskey.
Yeah.
And we decide we're going to walk around Ocean City and see what's what.
Right.
Seeing all these golf courses, we think, why not slide into Nick's Mini Golf over here?
Yeah.
The one right across the street from our hotel that's got a bunch of big dinosaur obstacles all
T-Rex,
over.
Brontosaurus, all kinds of the pterodactyl. Yeah, they had them all there. It was strange, to be completely honest.
It started off innocent enough. I saw a guy on a first date with his chick. Or maybe they had been married for like 9 years. I wasn't really paying attention. But I start heckling this dude as he's trying to sink putts. saying like, hey, you can't sink your putt. You ain't going to get no butt.
And he said the N-word, and he was white, which is...
Oh, that was a different guy.
That was a different guy.
I started...
the first guy, yeah.
Yeah, I started off... Leo had a couple Xanaxes on the flight.
I had no Xanaxes on the flight. Well, I had half a Xanax. Only because Nico, we found out, loves his Xanax on a flight.
That's another great thing we found out this weekend. And that Nico can't fly without Xanax. He's like a nervous, emotional support dog. He's like a $5,000 poodle that a rich woman gives fucking anti-anxiety pills to.
This might be mean, guys, but not only could you say he's an alcoholic on his Instagram now, you can totally say he's also into the Xanax.
Well, feel
free.
You took the same amount of Xanax you took today.
It was half of one because of the Drake song. I kind of felt like, take half a Xan before I land. I don't know how it goes, but he does it.
That's probably the lamest thing I've heard you say.
Oh, wow, Austin.
I don't like, but Drake is just...
Wait, are you saying it's bad to base life decisions on hip-hop songs?
Really?
Specifically on Drake, yeah.
Listen, it wasn't a life decision. I wanted to do it because me and Nico, we fear bonded as well as with Danny, and I wanted to, he was a bird, I was a bird. And Xanax doesn't... Well, half a Xanax wasn't going to do anything to me. It made me slightly more relaxed.
The Xanax is irrelevant. The Drake reference.
Well, he said the half a Xan thing, and I see what he was saying now, though. I took it. He flies a lot, Drake. You can't say his mileage is low. The guy flies. And, he probably knows a little bit something about being comfortable on a flight. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Don't you think?
Sure. We're at the golf course. I'm heckling the one dude at this date. Then I start heckling the other dude at this date. The white kid with the Calvin Klein shirt. It does call me...
the N-word.
And then some stars and dashes.
Yeah.
We keep fucking with him. This Brandon kid keeps getting drunker and drunker. He takes a dip in a little lagoon they got in there.
Yeah. Kind of tries to climb on the Brontosaurus, but doesn't really get up on it.
The lagoon, by the way, he might get cancer from this. It was bright purple, the watercolor. He's fucking flapping around there like a bird in a bath.
Yeah.
The last straw is when he goes up to the Humvee that has Nick's mini golf all over it at this top of this fucking rock pile with velociraptors behind it.
Yeah.
He slams his bottle of Jack Daniels, comes down the rocks, walks up to some hipster dude and says he's going to... He kept saying he was going to piece him up, which I guess is East Coast slang for beat somebody up.
Yeah.
He starts threatening to beat a guy up right in front of the main hut where they rent the clubs. Which point the guy calls the cops who works there, and a vigilante white trash father with like a family of 6 there, gets in Brandon's face too. And then that guy gets in his fucking Ford F590 Super Duty, follows us out of the parking lot, and is chasing us.
Yeah, this is when I made a fatal error, I'll be honest. But it made the video 10 times better. But I did make a fatal error.
I say we need to go left. We need to go back toward the hotel.
Danny wanted to go back towards the hotel, towards the main highway. I look over to the right, and I see a nice residential area. And I say, why don't we go right? It's a residential. We could probably go the back way. Danny's like, all right, fine, you're right. I mean, you agreed with me. It's fine, but it was my idea, and I was pressing for it. We go right, and not only is it a dead fucking end, it's a peninsula surrounded by water. We had no exit. Absolutely zero way to get out unless we wanted to go through water. Unless we wanted to wade through water.
It wouldn't have been wading. It would have been swimming.
Submerged, we would have swam in some kind of a canal to the other side, which we probably would have been caught anyway. So then this is where we had our fear bond, though.
Not only is the fucking redneck dude going up and down the street looking for us behind the houses, 3 SUV police cars pull down the street too. They're all shining flashlights over the fences. And for a little bit, it's like a classic pickle situation in baseball. The cops come up the left side. We run along the waterfront behind all the houses to the right side. Mm-hmm. Then another officer comes around right. We go left. Back and forth until eventually we get totally pickled. These guys pin us down behind one house, come out with their fucking flashlights. Yeah. I throw the hands up. We're done, officer.
Nico throws his hands up. But before all that happened, Nico, listen, he got scared. He got a little scared, which is perfectly fine. A lot of people get scared. Audio's probably there somewhere.
Nico was melting down.
He was having a slight meltdown. But it was sweet because me and Danny we calmed him down. I grabbed him. I said, hey, man, everything's going to be okay. You're going to be completely fine. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing bad's going to happen. You're not going to get hurt. The worst case scenario, we're going to have to fly back here and I'll go to court. And guess what? It's another video.
Mm-hmm. It would have been another video.
And
we also should probably tell that Brandon, guy Brandon, was in a total blackout.
Complete blackout. I mean, look, the guy basically drank 3/4 of a Jack Daniels handle by himself.
he decides to branch off from us. Yeah. He demands my phone. I'm holding his phone because when he went and did his stunt, or when he went in the lagoon, he couldn't have it.
Right.
He demands it back. I give him the phone. He just charges off into these bushes. So the three of us are there. Nico's shaking like something that shakes a lot.
Yeah, he was shaking, man. Hey, look, understandably, none of these. He's from Orange County. I'm from the fucking a great part of the Los Angeles. We've never had any encounters with the cops. I'm a little older. I know that Danny I trusted in his experience. We had been talking about cops a lot, so I wasn't that freaked out. I said, these guys aren't going to want to fucking book us for the night. It's going to be a lot of paperwork. None of us are drinking. We're making a stupid video. They're probably just going to reprimand us, maybe write a ticket of some kind, whatever the case may be. They're going to let us go. So I really truly felt that in my heart. I was kind of annoyed at the fact that we were trespassing. I totally understood that. I was trying to get to somewhere we weren't. That's why I thought the pier, I was like, this can't be owned by this guy. It's probably like everybody's, so maybe that's the place to be. But we didn't really reach any great grand fucking idea. We were stuck there, and we knew we were. So we let Danny. I threw out probably 40 sirs. Danny did his normal talking.
Well, so the cops come.
He's got a plan with it.
We walked up. I told the guy it was a Tascam recorder in my hand, not a fucking gun. They don't have their weapons drawn. They sit us down on the curb. And then, as Leo said, we basically just were really respectful. I made sure to emphasize this is a politically incorrect comedy channel. Meaning we like the cops. Meaning we're not fucking Berkeley granola crunching haters, okay?
Right, we're not.
That was the subtext there. And I think they appreciated it.
They appreciated it.
And they let us go.
They asked us specifics about the channel, how big it is, the name of it. They took our information down. I think it works. Look, if somebody had like some kind of record, a DUI or a felony or a misdemeanor or some shit, or not appearing in court or something, that could be a problem. But none of us had any kind of record at all, and we were let go, even though we were breaking the law, trespassing, and I guess one of our guys was intoxicated in public, I guess, really badly.